Hello, hello, my babies. It's Trinity from Esoteria LLC. I am here for another reading. If this is your first time here, welcome. We really love having you here. And if you're coming back, welcome back. Let's go ahead and get this started. It is taking a long time to light this thing. There we go. Got a little wax on my leg. Let's go ahead and get all this lovely and glowing. Let's set that here. All right. You may have had something that happened recently that's kind of an ouch moment yourself, where you, this is actually in the near future. Okay, so this is going to be something where you're going to have something happen that is forcing you to make a decision. It's coming in soon. So we're going to go ahead. I actually just found a new spread that I really like. And it's all about how to make a decision between two options. So since that decision is going to be coming into your stratosphere soon, let's go ahead and find out what that situation is. Ooh, we already have a card. So I'm going to save this for in a minute. And I will go ahead and shuffle. I'm using the Cozy Witch Tarot and the Rumi Oracle today. And as you can tell, it is a very lazy day for me. The birds are singing. I'm hearing things are going to be ramping up pretty soon, so enjoy this moment of peace while you have it. Rest if you can. Handle some business that needs to be handled that you otherwise normally don't have time to deal with, because this time right now is a gift. All right. Spirit of the Most High, of love, light, and truth, please give us clear answers as to what guidance we need moving forward. What is the current situation that we're dealing with? Okay, so I'm hearing this is the decision, or this is the situation. All right. Okay. This is regarding your work. Because I just pulled the Eight of Pentacles. I'll show that to you in a second. Five of Wands. Even good, or a good coven lets every witch have a say. Okay, so that's Five of Wands. And then Eight of Pentacles. All right, so this definitely has to do with work, your career path. Okay. Let's go ahead and look at what option A and option B are, so that we can make a decision with clarity. Here's one. We have got option A is the Six of Pentacles. Every blessing you give will eventually return to you. I don't know that I showed you this one here. The cat is jumping out at me for that one. And so is the coin she finds under the couch. Okay. The next one is Page of Cups. Let yourself be continually surprised by this thing called life. Okay, so on the upfront, what I am hearing is that you're going to have a choice of returning back to the work that you've been doing for quite some time. It will be fruitful, but it may not be fruitful in the way that you're expecting it to be. This is something that is an established known. Whereas with the other one, you're taking kind of that full energy leap of faith, and you're going to trust where the universe is taking you and doing something very different with that. You might, if you live near water, you might take an offering of some kind to your higher power, to that water's edge, to ask for clarity and guidance if you do choose this path. The flowers in the cup, for some reason to me, are significant. So you might want to go and pick some wild flowers specifically. Don't go to the store and buy flowers. Like, go and actually source them yourself, and then take them to the water's edge and give an offering up in gratitude. I'm hearing gratitude is going to be what will set everything in motion. Okay, but this is definitely an unknown. You're not going to be knowing exactly what spirit is asking you to step into, whereas the other one, it's something that you've done. You've put a lot of energy and effort into it. Okay, so I'm going to get 2 cards for option A, please. 2 cards for option A. 2 cards. And then 2 cards for option B, please. I have 1 and I have 2. Okay. I'm hearing that there are no right or wrong answers here. And I'm going to get some further clarification because sometimes, like, I'm going to give you an example. Right now I have a mundane job, but I'm also trying to launch a spiritual business, and I've been doing all of the footwork for that. And that, oh, Luna, you're so thirsty. That's been easier said than done with all of the distractions that I've had. As you can clearly see, I have ADHD and I am easily distracted. So being able to keep myself accountable and disciplined has been easier said than done on my end. However, I love what I do here, and the retreat was absolutely fabulous, and we're planning another one, and it's something that I would do for free, and so getting paid for it is definitely a bonus. My mundane job, do I enjoy doing it? Yes, but I want some reciprocation because it is hard work. And it's something that, it's hard work. It's challenging. I love it, but it's challenging, and I do expect compensation. And quite frankly, I expect compensation from the spiritual business as well, but it would be something that I do for free. Okay, toxic witches. We've got... I'm trying to think of what this is. This is a major arcana, and I can't remember what number 15 is. That may be the Tower moment. Be cautious of those who take more than they give. Okay, so that's the Tower moment there. Okay, so this may be something where you're not being compensated. And by that compensation, it may be that you are having, like, if you are a medical professional, you have a client who is constantly canceling sessions on you. That is taking your time that you scheduled for them that you could have been using for something else. So it's not necessarily just about, the act of physically taking. It's about, saying they're going to do something and then not following through with it. All right. Then we've got the World. Yay, you did it. Now, do something to celebrate a job well done. Okay. That is clear guidance right there on that front. I'm hearing that if you maintain what you've been doing, you're going to have to learn to set up boundaries and be firmer with whoever you're working with. It could be an employer that expects you to put in extra hours that you aren't being compensated for. That you stand up for yourself with this, because this is appearing to be a slightly more toxic situation than what you deserve. Okay. Now, other one. Five of Swords. You can't be right all the time. That's the drawback. And then the benefit is Four of Wands. Family is whoever makes you feel the most safe and comfortable being you. Okay. So, what I'm hearing in those two cards is, if you do take this new path, you are going to need to educate yourself a little bit more and put some effort into learning how to do things from a newcomer's mindset. It may be that there is an aspect of this is utilizing skills that you've already built up, but you need to take a newcomer stance, because there is a way of approaching it that may be better for you than what you have been doing. So be open to suggestion. Getting a mentor may be advisable with that one. But it would appear that this is going to bring in a lot more happiness if you do take that newcomer mindset. And quite frankly, I think that we all could be aided in having a newcomer mindset. Is this something that can be a gradual transition, or is this something that needs to be just a cut one off and go with one and not the other? Four of Pentacles. And it says, the bottom says, treat yourself to something shiny every now and again. But I'm noticing that she's in a meditative state. So this is going to be up to the individual. Meditation will bring answers to you about what you need to be, your best guidance is going to be had through meditation. Each person is going to be different. Each person, there are no right or wrong answers here. It's just more of a, nobody can tell you what to do. And but you are, it, like for this spread, if I were going to look at this for myself, I would be looking at the new, and then I would be looking at this meditative card as you know, meditation for me means slowing down and taking in all of my surroundings so that I can see opportunities when they come to me. And so that's where I need to be looking for guidance through meditation, as to whether I can, stop my job right away and just focus on my spiritual business, or whether I need to gradually migrate over. And like, I'm seeing baking. So folding in, so like folding in flour with wet ingredients, that sort of thing. That may be confirmation for you. You may be into baking and into maybe you're going to be doing a YouTube channel where you bake. If you do, you will be pretty successful at it, but it does take time to build that platform up. Very few people actually like get on and it takes off right away. Okay. The guidance that I'm hearing for this is build the content first, and from the outside it looks like someone just appears and they're badong here. But here's the thing, if you do that and you don't have content, you're gonna lose that thunder so fast. It'll be like a flash in the pan. Building content on your way even if it's not perfect, is really important because it gives more content for people to reach back to, because they're going to see the one that blows up and be like, oh my God, I want more of that. And if you don't have more of that to give, as far as having built up to that point, they're going to move on to the next flashy thing. Okay. But if you are a baker, that's something that is really coming through here. It may be that baking is how you meditate. Meditation does not need to be sitting crisscross applesauce and looking into a flame. It's the whole point of meditation is to get you to calm your mind and focus on one thing and get your mind off of everything else. So baking, cross stitch, cleaning house, doing those just mundane tasks that force you to focus. So I would do so maybe with music that isn't agitating or exciting. Like, you can have music on, but try and do something that is, neutral. That's where I'd go with that. Let's go ahead and pull this Rumi card here really quick. I've got Whirling Goddess. Okay, and again, I'm seeing a KitchenAid stand mixer whisk whirling around. So I'm not sure who's getting this, but I'm getting a lot of baking references. And although I love to bake every now and again, I don't like to clean, so I don't do it very often. And I would certainly not say that I have, the wherewithal to keep up with what it would take to be a content creator in the baking world. This is my forte here. So this is definitely a baking reference for someone on here, someone specific. So if that resonates with you, this is your message, definitely. All right, so this is number 30. Lose your head. Not a single thread that has a head can go through the needle or the eye of a needle. Okay. That is confirmation for this meditation card. You're like, right now, it's quiet. It's calm. It's peaceful. This is the calm before the storm. Take time to rest and catch up on those things. The answers will come as you're doing those things. If you sit around and worry and, collapse into a situation where you are, just distracting yourself instead of handling the little mundane things, you're not going to see this opportunity coming for you. So catch up on what needs to be done now, and then go have fun is what I'm hearing. Like, go enjoy yourself. So like, I'll give you a real life example right now. If I were to look at this as my reading, which obviously every reading I get a little message in, I'm to handle some stuff while I have the day off, and then Saturday I'm to go and have some fun with some friends. That's what this says to me. Okay? All right. It does not have to be expensive fun. It can be using what you already have and meeting up at the park to paint, or, grabbing a little sack lunch and just getting together. You don't have to go out to dinner and spend a ton of money to go have fun. Go have fun without spending a ton of money. Let me go ahead and read the little excerpt before I close this up. Come, my love, are you dizzy yet? If you can still feel or find your feet, then that is okay with me. But if you can still find your head, then I will take issue. There is a great dance, but it cannot be danced through choreographed steps. So planning is not involved with any of this. This is a snap decision, meditating now, and getting some stuff done so that you're not constantly having them in the back of your mind. I got to do this, I got to do this, will help you be able to recognize the decision that needs to be made and to make it thoroughly. Okay? No, this great dance demands a response rather than an invitation. Or not an invitation, an initiation, a reaction rather than a direction. So let us disassemble and lose our heads to the great music and rhythm be held steady in our beating hearts. Our feet shall be moving whilst our minds inadequate to the task take the night off. Okay. Okay. There's somewhere you are meant to be, but it is here now in this moment. There is a gift right under your nose, a fragrant wine in your glass, unless you're an alcoholic, and then it's juice. Gleaming red as the most precious rubies. To be here now, you must pass through the keyhole, but your head will tell you that this is not possible unless the door is unlocked, even though your body is passing through the keyhole as if the locked door into an endless world beyond. Leave your mind to be in its struggles for a moment. Without you laying witness to it, your mind will become like the dog howling for its master's return, even as he steps through the front door. Frustrated temporarily, he will chew on some shoes and then fall asleep peacefully until his master returns. So leave your mind trusting, chewing a little until you are truly through the keyhole when it can rest. Leave it be. Instead, come dance with me. This oracle brings you a message. You are at a point of great growth where your mind can hold you back rather than urge you forward. If you have, like so many, used your mind to support you, to shore up your sense of self in this world and to gain a sense of certainty about how the world works, then this is no easy leap. It will seem as though you are being asked to pass through a keyhole. Of course, your mind will stop and argue for all the reasons why the door should be opened instead of remaining closed, making the task seem so much harder than it needs to be. But this is the mind in resistance. Don't place too much stock in the claims that life should be other than it is. You are being asked to dance, claim that life should be, you are asked to dance rather than to understand, to lay the thoughts to rest and to come alive. It is the bravest, most trusting soul that dares put the mind to one side and to say, tonight we dance, my heart and I, in a great rousing music of the beloved's beating heart, and I will not miss one step. And to awaken the next day and do it all over again and again and again. You are ready, you see, sweet soul dancer. You are ready to live beyond what you know, to have it not matter if you don't understand how life can work itself out, or how it could be that someone so normal and ordinary as you and I could be so magnificent, wild, and divine. The need for answers and plans, assurances and explanations is passing out of your world now. You are not to wait for permission, for explanation, or even for another dance partner, for I am already inviting you to the great dance floor. You are to let go of any stigma around not knowing. When someone asks you what you are going to do next or how you are going to manage, you are given this divine mandate. With relish, reveal the truth I do not know. Know nothing and dance, sweet soul, for all will unveil itself to you in perfect harmony and timing. Your heart shall create the steps in response to the music of the spheres happening now, alive and spontaneous and free. This oracle brings you a special message. If there is an issue apparently unsolvable or unknowable in your life right now, the divine is handling it. The divine is in the middle of it, working through the knot and unraveling it. Fear not, do the sacred ritual and give yourself permission to take the night off from weary and worry. Repeat this heavenly prescription daily as needed. Sacred honoring ritual. Say aloud, I give my heart permission to lead this dance. I give my mind some time off. No more worry or doubt, planning or resisting. Instead, I surrender. Instead, I open. Instead, I allow. And all unfolds with perfection, divine timing, and the miracle of grace. With Rumi as my sole witness, so be it. You have completed this honoring ritual. Okay, so quit worrying about it. God's got it handled. Be still, my soul. Be still and know. Lean in, take hold in God alone. That's your message. That right there. Let God handle it. Just enjoy the moment. And if no one's told you today, know that I love you. Take care.